So I'm here with Ricardo Bare, one of the lead designers of Dishonored with Arcane Studios. How you doing?
We brought a new level this time. The last time we demonstrated the bridge mission where you had to kidnap a guy named Anton Sokolov. And so now you've been sent to this aristocratic party held by the Boyle family. And you're supposed to find the Lady Boyle and eliminate her because her family is financing the Lord Regent's military. Mm-hmm. And so you're slowly dismantling his network of allies. The problem is there's 3 Lady Boyles, and it's a masquerade, and so you don't know which one it is. And so one of your objectives is to find out which one is the right Lady Boyle. They're all wearing costumes, and so the player has a couple of options. He can go in and decide to be the guy who's just going to kick down the front door and tear everything apart and kill all 3. Or you can try to mingle with the guests because you have a mask too. And since it's a masquerade, it's one of the only times in the game where you can walk into a place openly and not get attacked. And so you can mingle with the guests, you can try to find clues from the guests, you can try to sneak upstairs into the mansion where you're not allowed to go and discover clues there. So there's lots of different ways to figure out which Lady Boyle you need to eliminate. One of the features we have in the game is every time you beat a mission, you can later go back and replay that mission. Well, in this particular mission, the Lady Boyles are wearing different costumes, right? There's a red, a white, and a black costume. And which one is the guilty one is different each time you play. All the levels have some form of replayability or an element that gets changed depending on either just each time you load the mission or depending on things that you've done previously. One of the things about the world of Dishonored is that there is this group called the Overseers, and they belong to this larger organization, this religious organization called the Abbey of the Everyman. There's this military arm of the Abbey called the Overseers, and they're these guys that wear masks, they carry swords and pistols, some of them have hounds. They also have another specialized version called the Musical Overseer, and they have these special like organ grinder type boxes. But if stuff starts to go crazy, they'll start cranking these musical organs, and the sound is actually an anti-magic barrier. It pushes the player back and it shuts down his powers.
And then I think one more element we saw was a duel. That was kind of part of the storyline. Now, is this sort of one of those things that we're going to see a little bit more of, these sort of ulterior little gameplay modes throughout Dishonored?
Totally. So, Dishonored isn't an open world game, but each mission that you go to is structured in a very open-ended way. Each mission has a bunch of side content. Back at your home base where your allies are, one of the guys is an aristocrat. His name's Lord Pendleton. And he gives you a note, and he's like, hey, I'm unable to attend this party, but please take this note to a colleague of mine who's attending the party. And you don't know what's in the note, but then come to find out it's actually the bearer of this note is standing in for me in this duel. Yeah. And it's optional, you don't have to do it. You can cheat, you can kill the guy ahead of time, you can just ignore it. But if you take it on, you get involved in this duel, and if you win it, then he's grateful to you later. All the missions have little things like that you can do.
Well, that sounds great. Thanks for talking to us about Dishonored. We really appreciate it. Gamescom, GameSpot, Dishonored.